Good evening. Welcome to Hotmess Issue Today, the hit. Please like, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today, I have on anything mask, and I'll talk about anything. But the subject is John Deere tractors. John Deere, they have a little monopoly going on. So, during this Ukrainian-Russian war, Russia went to a John Deere dealership in the Ukraine, and they just confiscated and took a bunch of John Deere tractors. And these weren't any, bottom of the line buy at Home Depot tractors. These was the real deal tractors and balers and all of that you have on big farms, farm equipment tractors. These tractors and balers and all of that start at 6 digits. Some of them go up to as much as 500,000. So, the Russians took these John Deere tractors, and they were quite sure they got away with it, and I guess they just considered it spoils of war. So, they didn't get very far. The John Deere tractors, they have so much technology on them. Mysteriously, they were shut down. They weren't moving anywhere. They were like a big brick. John Deere claimed they didn't have anything to do with it. So the only other possible option was that these tractors got hacked by, cyber criminals or whatever. But it opened up a can of worms that nobody really knew because it hadn't happened. So John Deere has technology on their tractors. They can shut them down anywhere in the world. And so John Deere has created pretty much a monopoly on farm equipment and all of that. And they just been doing the most. So they put a whole bunch of sensors on all the farm equipment so that when farmers use it, it's taking soil measurements and environmental measurements and all of these different measurements, and they give it to, I think it's Monsanto, which is the seed company, and they sell the data back to the farmers to find out about their own farm when they purchase seed and all of that. But more importantly, they sell the data to investors on the stock market and all of that, so they can actually hedge their investments for or against farmers. So they're making the real money. And the other part of it is, so John Deere uses the VIN lock system, which means they have VIN numbers on all the tractors, and they really don't allow the tractor's owners to make repairs. They want you to call John Deere and have them send out, you know, mechanics and all of that, which that, that hurts the farmer because, farmers, they live out in remote areas, because farms are huge. It's not like they got next door neighbors and then the dealers and mechanics and all of them are, miles and miles away. So farmers are used to working on their own equipment. But John Deere has, for decades, taken the information that farmers use to manufacture their own parts and make their own repairs, and they build that into the next series of equipment, and then they do modifications to try to prevent farmers and anybody else other than their people from working on it. So now these tractors, they're so automated and computerized and all of that. And you have to gain permission from John Deere to work on or have the permission to work on the $500,000 tractor that you bought. They just got you coming and going. And so they essentially can regulate, and even though they're not claiming, but they can shut your tractor down wherever it is anytime they want, and it's probably nothing you can do about it, because even if you can get the mechanical parts, you're not going to be able to do anything with the computer side of it. The other thing about it is it's told the world that that's another essential thing that hackers can get into. If they decide to focus their attention on shutting down farms and shutting down these tractors, they can affect the economy all over the world, because they can just stop these farms and everything in their tracks. But again, the same thing that, helps us hurts us. You got a few people being extra greedy and, 1%, less than 1% controlling the 99%. It's just ridiculous. But I would bet that within the next 4 or 5 years, you're going to have an incident with these John Deere tractors, now that it has been exposed that they have that capability of being shut down either on purpose or by criminal activity. Well, I guess we better all learn how to, build our own farms and gardens at our own house or patios or whatever, because it's going to happen. This has been Hotmess Issue Today, The Hit. Please like, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.